All right, guys. This is the second webinar I'm doing today on Saturday, the 12th of October 2019. Welcome to the beginning of the best of your life. Earlier today, we did a little bit of proactive and reactive analysis. We looked at what happened in the markets last week, how I set up to prepare for last week. We started off by actually laying the foundation for how I'm going to prepare for next week coming. I'm going to finish that off either later on tonight or tomorrow before our session, or maybe during our session tomorrow. Today, I've had a conversation with a couple of people, and it seems, okay, is this working? Yeah, and it seems that people, one second, let's see, let's use this. Is that better? Okay, so it seems that people would like to know how to get set up on your platforms in preparation of Sunday. So some of you are champing at the bit, and I'm excited that you're champing at the bit. I love the enthusiasm. So I'm going to show you that real quick. Let's see now. I'm going to share my screen. Right. So let's see. What's desktop 2? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you. That one. Yep. So you should now be looking at my screen. This one here. I've got 4 or 5 around me, but this one here is the one you should be looking at right now. It actually has the recording of the earliest session I did today. So I put the links on the WhatsApp groups. Please go there and take a look, especially for those of you who are already trading live or demo. If you're a new trader, some things there might look a little bit scary, but it shall be fine. So let us, let's see now, let me pull this in here. Right, so yeah, I had to pay a Dartford charge for a crossing I made recently, and I've been buying some electrical equipment to set up my office. So this is what you want to do. You want to get a browser open. I'm using Google Chrome. Any browser will do. Any browser at all will do. I'm a Google Chrome kind of guy. And go to hfeu.com. Now, this is the broker I use. A little bit of a background where brokers are concerned. If you looked at the initial introductory videos I asked you to look at, there was a video there that spoke about brokers. A broker is like a bank in foreign exchange. They're an organization that gives you access to the market. They allow you place trades. They provide liquidity, or they provide access to liquidity. So I'll show you what it looks like. Now, brokers are very important. There is a website I want you to go take a look at. It is Forex Peace Army. So don't take my word for it. Forex Peace Army. An entire website was brought up years ago by people who are tired of brokers being dodgy, because a dodgy broker will destroy your foreign exchange experience. They'll cheat you, they'll steal your money, they'll take your money and not give it back to you. The 2 types of brokers, we're going to look at this as we go further down the course. There is a casino broker, and there is what I call a straight-through broker. A casino broker, a straight-through broker, which is a good kind of broker you want, they simply are an exchange, like a foreign exchange bureau de change, like the guy, like Western Union, anybody of that nature. You go to them, you tell them you want to buy or sell foreign exchange. They charge you a commission or a spread. We'll look at that later, a spread, and then they put you straight through the market. A casino broker bets against you. So when you buy, they're selling to you, and when you sell, they're buying from you. Why is this important? A casino broker wants you to lose. They make money by you losing, because if you win the trade, it means they lost money. Foreign exchange is a sum. It's a fixed sum game. Every trade you win, somebody lost. I repeat, every time you win a trade, it means someone lost. So if you bought from someone and the price went up and then you cashed out, it means the person you bought from lost because the price went against them, because they sold and the price went against them. If you sold, price went down, and then you won, it means the person that you that bought from you to sell has lost. Now, a straight through broker will send you straight to the central market. It will just act as a middleman, like a mirror, for you to get in touch with other people in the market who are looking to do the same thing. So you might want to sell, I may want to buy. The broker is exactly that, a broker. They broker the arrangement. You put a trade on them, they find a willing counterparty to take the other side of the trade. A casino broker doesn't find another counterparty, whether it's a bank or another retail trader. They find, or they themselves take the other end of your trade. And they do this because they are willing to bet that most new traders, or most traders, the rules or the stats are that 70% of traders lose money. That is staggering. That 70% of traders lose money or will wipe out their account in 90 days. That's a statistic you don't want to be a part of. And so they want you to lose. And so they have all kinds of dodgy practices. They'll increase the spread to gap you out. They won't trigger a trade that they know you will win. They will take your money and refuse to release it because they're having liquidity problems. You don't want to be dealing with this kind of traders. So years ago, I did some research on who the most trustworthy traders are. And I settled on a certain broker. Now, I trust them so much, I will put this out there. I have an affiliate program. So Israel Keys Wealth is a registered affiliate with this broker. What it means is I'm going to be strongly suggesting that you open your accounts, demo and live with them, because when I can trust them, I know they won't steal your money. I've deposited money. I've what's the word I'm looking for? I've deposited money. I've withdrawn money. I've placed hundreds of trades, and I know I can trust them. Secondly, I have a relationship with them. I can talk to them. I know who runs their business. I can complain. I have interactions with them. And thirdly, I just like their tools, which you'll see in a little bit. So that Forex broker is HotForex or HF Markets. Now, for those of us in the UK or the European Union or Europe, their division is hfeu.com. Now, forexpiece.com, many of the other brokers you know about, this video is going to go on YouTube. Someday it may be public on YouTube. I don't want anybody getting in touch with me and attacking my channel for slandering them. So I won't mention any names. But just take the name of the brokers you found and type them in here and see what this site has to say about them. One of you spoke to me about a broker you use, and I told you stay away from them, and I sent you the forexpiecearmy.com rating for them. Now let's look at HotForex. This is the one I want you to use, HotForex.com. So they've been rated. By far, the highest number of ratings are rating them 5-star. Now, every people complain. People lose money and will blame their broker because they lost money. So there are going to be some 2s and some 1s, but you can see that by far the majority of people are 5, 4, and 3. And 5, to get 5 alone is pretty much more, almost more than anybody else put together. Like I said, I can trust them. I run a business based on my dealings with them, and I'm an affiliate from them. And I tell you what affiliate means in a little while. Let me tell you what that means right now. Affiliate means that I am recommending that you open accounts with them, and everyone who opens an account with them, that's one of the benefits of, or one of the ways that I subsidize your student fees. When you open an account with them and you trade a live account with them, they pay me, or they pay my business, a tiny amount of money for every trade you place. So it's one of the ways that I get to subsidize being able to deliver the course to you at the price that we are giving it to you, especially for those of you getting it right now. So if you tell me any other broker you want to use, I'll give you an honest opinion, and you can go on HotForex or forexpiecearmy.com yourself and check them out. But I love them. I've never had an issue with them. I've traded hundreds of thousands of pounds with them when I was running a small quote unquote hedge fund, and they have never done anything but good to me. So this is them. Overall, they're roughly a 4-star. And even the people who complain, For instance, you can see this guy here complaining that he lost over 20K. What he means was he gave somebody else a PAM account. He gave somebody else his money to trade, and the person lost 20K. It's not the broker's fault. But you can see everybody here is talking about them being decent, being good. This guy here spoke about a price manipulation, what I'll talk to you about it as well. And he said he had a problem with that. I have never had this issue with them. And like I said, I've traded hundreds of thousands of pounds at different points with them, but that's in the minority. So like I said, when people lose money, they don't like it, they come and they complain, but you want to read through the different reviews and see. I wish I could show you some other brokers on here. But like I said, I don't want my new YouTube channel being attacked, so I'm going to leave it there. But, you know, there's some brokers, you know, some of us have spoken about them the last few weeks. Go and just Google and type them in here and see what they have to say. So HotForex.com it is. For the UK, it's hfeu.com. You can see that over there, hfeu.com. If you're in America, I think, let me just check, HotForex. It's either HotForex America or anywhere else outside the UK, outside the HotForex.com. So I think it's, but anyway, just when you go there, just come to this little section here. So that's England, and these are the other different countries that you can get to choose from. Okay, someone's in that you can get to choose from. Hello, ma'am. I've just been talking a little bit about brokers and what they are and how they function, so you haven't really missed too much, but I'm going to make the recording and send it out as well. So I want you all using HotForex because that's all I can trust. You can use anybody else you want to use, but I want you using HotForex because I know I can trust them. Like I said, every time you make a trade, I mean, every £100 you trade, a couple of pennies drop into my affiliate account. It helps me subsidize the course for you. But that's not the reason I want you to do it. This is where I trade my own money. For real, for real, for real. So I already have a login, but if you wanted to come in for the first time, you would come to where it says demo. I want you to do for now. And you have two options: open a live account, open a demo account. Now, whichever one you choose will eventually give you the opportunity to open the other. But unless you're an experienced trader, I don't want you trading live funds right now. If you're a new trader, please, please, please resist the urge. I know you think, oh, but you know, what's going on here? My face isn't showing any longer. Give me a second. Right. Why is it okay, there we go. So I know you think, oh, but you know, I'm giving you guys great trade calls and you can know, because whether or not somebody is giving you a signal, when you're in the marketplace, the emotions, fear, greed, worry, anxiety, not knowing what's going on can do strange things to you. So until you have an idea of what you're doing yourself, not just copying me or anybody else in the group, do not put live money on the market. Now that goes against my benefit because like I just told you, I have an affiliate account with HotForex. And so if you trade live money with them, every dollar you trade with them, or every $100 or so you trade with them, I get a few pennies. I don't want that money. It's blood money if you are going to lose money. I don't want you losing real live money, getting frustrated, and then losing more and more money because you're trying to catch your loss, and then giving up on trading altogether at the beginning and losing out on an opportunity to change your life. So give it at least 2 to 3 months and maybe more. And I will let you know when I think you're ready. If you show great skill, great. Maybe in a month's time, you can start messing around with a micro account, maybe $100 maximum. But for now, you want to open a demo account. So here we are, demo account, as you can see here. So open a demo account. And then you come down. It'll ask you if you're a new client or an existing client. You are going to be a new client for the vast majority of you. You click on new client. It'll ask you for your information, where you live, your name, your date of birth. It's like opening a bank account. It literally is technically a bank account. The good thing about HotForex as well is in the UK, they're regulated by the FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority. It means if you were to, there were to be a crash or the broker were to go bust, and you lost your money, they would refund it up until about £50,000. So that's another reason, because they're registered here in the UK. Very few brokers want to be registered in the UK any longer because they think the restrictions are too much because they are dodgy. So it's like opening a bank account. You put in your information, country of residence, title. You fill this in. You know, I'm just going to put in something for now. Well, actually, I don't want to, because it'll then register me, and then you click on register. I am going to, okay, you know what? Let me just do this real quick. United Kingdom. Right, I'm going to do this actually because I wanted to open a corporate account in addition to my personal account with them for the hedge fund that we're about to start trading soon. So I'm going to show you through the process real quick. United Kingdom, company name. Let's see, so I want to use Global Asset Management is the name of my registered company for the fund. It's asking for a registration number. I can't remember my number. Let me find it. Global Asset Online Management. There we go. Come on, internet. People's time is going. There we go. So that's my company. That's the company that we've registered. Right. And there is the company name. So there we go. Anybody who's wondering why I'm comfortable with my address being on the screen is because I don't live here anymore. I live far away from here now. And so I'm going to change that off screen once we finish with this today. So I'm coming there, put that there, but you're going to be doing an individual. So you follow the stuff. Head office city, London. Postcode, this is my office postcode. This is our offices, nature of business. We are FX, we're an FX trading business. Position in the company. I am both a director and a shareholder. Country of residence, I'm United Kingdom. My name as it is on my passport. Title, I am a Mr. I believe in gender rigidity, except in the spirit where it says there's neither male nor female in the Lord Jesus Christ. Email address. Email address. And then phone number. My phone number. Base currency. I just like the US dollars. It's more straightforward in terms of trading currency. Email subscription. Actually, for this one, I'm going to open it in GBP. I'll explain why to you. No, I would not like to receive any of that stuff. And then I'm going to take this off screen to finish up some other information. So I know you can't see the screen. I've taken it to another screen just to finish up some other information. And it's asking me 8 plus 5, that's 13. Okay, I'm going to bring this back so you can now see it. And I'm going to click register. And so it's telling me congratulations on opening an account. So getting started is as easy as 1, 2, 3. I need to confirm my email address. So I'm going to go to my mail account to get the confirmation email, enter the area, and open trading account. So let's get the email up and running. Right, so that's my email account. There we go, registration, activate now. I have successfully verified my email address. In essence, I've set up an account with them. So save that. Now it's asking me to complete my registration. So it will not let me open a live account until I, send them some information. And the information is going to be regarding me as an individual who is a part of the company. You have to fill in all this. I'm not going to do that on the screen because of the time. You're going to have to fill in all this. Right. Once you do that, you go to where it says my accounts here. Click on that. Okay, it's asking me to complete my registration. Okay, let's do that later. Okay, so let's go back to there, to the home screen. To open, so my accounts, open demo account. You see that there, open demo account. So it will let you open a demo account whether or not you have completed your registration, because it's not collecting money from you. But they are obliged by the government rules to screen everybody for money laundering, everybody they take money from or who makes money with them. So you could be a crook, a bank robber who's taking money you stole from a bank or other people and then trying to legitimize it by trading. So they want to know who you are. But you can open an account this way, or demo account. And so you can open it, you can choose whether to use British pounds, US dollar, or euro for the balance of your actual account. I'm going to open this one in GBP, and so I'm going to open a demo account for, I don't know, let's call it £25,000. But this is a demo account, by the way. You click it, open demo account, and then it'll generate you some information. It tells you the account login, this here, your trader password. There's an investor password, which means that, for instance, I could give you, if I'm trading your money, I could give you the investor password to look at what I'm doing. It won't let you actually change the trades or make trades. It just lets you observe it. A phone password, the leverage is 1 to 30. We'll talk about leverage soon. And the server that you use to log in. That same information will have been sent to your email. So as you can see here, put this here, it sent me an email as well. Dear Global Asset Management, you just open the demo trading account with the following details, and there are the same details. So you have a record of it in case you ever forget it. So I'm going to close this down. I'm going to go back here. Next, you want to come to platforms. So it's saying MT5 platforms, MT5 for desktop. You really want MT4. So I'm wondering why this is forcing me to use MT5. No, we don't want MT5. We want MT4. MT5 is the new one that most traders around the world have refused to adopt because we believe that MT4 is more reliable, and the things you can do on MT4 you can do on MT5, like indicators and stuff. So I am going to bypass this by doing this. So it's trying to force me to open an MT5 account. I don't want to open one, so I'm going to go to another screen. I'm going to type in HotForex MT4. There we go. HotForex MT4. And there we go. So that's it. Download the HotForex MT4. Every broker has their platform altered slightly. I want you to download the HotForex one because, well, primarily because we understand how it works and we all want to be in sync. If you are using a Mac, I'll show you how to do that in a second. But for Windows, it's straightforward. Download HotForex MT4. I actually own a Mac, but I have a software on my Mac called Parallels that helps me run a Windows environment. There's a free one called, there's VM Fusion. There's a free one Forgotten what the free one's called. I'll put it in the group. But it just emulates Windows in the actual thing. And so it's asking me to log in. Okay, let me log in. I hope it's not going to force me. So my HotForex. Okay. 1 second. There we go. So platforms. You can see it says platforms. And then now it's giving us the option to go to the HotForex HF Markets MT4. So this is what you want. HF Markets MT4. I repeat, HF Markets MT4. Not MT5, MT4. Click on that. Come here. It's asking you to open a live account. No, you don't want to do that. Okay, why is it forcing? 1 second. It's forcing open a live account. Yeah, because it doesn't know that you're already logged in. Okay, let's go back. This is strange. My HF. Okay, I'm gonna log in, and hopefully now it will give me the option. It's restricting me to MT5 on this one. I'm wondering if it's because I am because I've registered now as a corporate or company. All right, let me log out and do this on my personal account. So I'm going to log out. I'm going to go to my personal account. Actually, that's for different. That's for different. 1 second. Let me sort this out here. So I'm going to log in. You know what? I'll just show it to you. Log in here. Put in my username and password that it will have generated while I was. So it's going to redirect me to HF Markets Europe because I'm in, yeah. I'm going to log in there. Right. And yeah, so this is allowing me to download MT4. So I'm not sure why that's. Anyway, so this is what you want to do. Download the HF Markets MT4 there. MT4 on Windows, MT4 on Mac, on Linux. If you're on Mac, don't click this. There's an easier way to get around it. And so you just click on this. It'll download a file. Click on the file, and it will open it up and take you through the setup. You will end up, by the time you've done that, you know what? Let me show this to you. So I need Parallels to make this work. Let's go into Parallels. If you're using a Windows computer, you don't need to do this step, but Parallels is the software I use to run Windows on my Mac. So I'm going to start off Parallels. Now you come down there, you go up here. So it's resuming my Windows computer session. Right, and so that's it there. This is my Windows environment in my Mac. The screen's gonna sort itself out in a little bit. So I'm gonna go now. If you're on Windows, it'll download. You know how it works. It'll show you here that it's just downloaded. But because I'm just gonna show you that again. I don't want you to get confused. So let's do this in Windows. That's an actual. So open my browser in Windows. Come on, internet. There we go. So no, I want Parallels. Okay, so open that browser there. Okay, when you do that, my Windows and my Mac are linked, so I can actually show this to you. I'm just going to go to my Downloads folder in my Windows and find that file. Come on, internet or computer. All right, there we are. So I don't need all these. All right, so just go to downloads. And I just downloaded it. It will be there. There you go. HF Markets Europe 4 setup. Double click on that. And it will slowly but surely, there we go. So do you want to allow this app to make changes? Yes, you click on that. I already have it downloaded or installed on my computer. So I'm not going to go through the entire process, but you just click next. It's installing the trading platform. It'll ask you what you want to do. Now, because I already have the platform installed, when I clicked on that, it just opened it up what I already have installed. But if you follow through this process to the end, you will end up with something like so. And then when it says finish, here, so I'm going to do this here, it says finish. It will basically download a brand new one for me, which I'm going to now go and delete because I don't need it. But for the sake of showing you this fully through, let me wait for that to come through. Cool. And if I click on there, so it might probably have just wiped out my entire one and replaced it with a brand new one, which is going to be very annoying for me because I'd already marked up my charts for next week. So if that's happened, it will have completely deleted all my chart markings. Just gives this a second. I think the fact that I downloaded this, okay, actually, so it kept the markings, so that's good. So this is what you're going to end up with. Now, this has markings already because I've been using this one for a while. It's going to end up with something like this. You then go down here in this corner here, where it says connection status, or you can go here where it says file, log into trade account. So you can do it this way, or you can go down here and click on this, and it will say login, same thing. And then you put in your new, remember this information, let me show it to you. The one we got by email. So this information here, it came to your email address. You put that account number in, copy, paste, and then you go back and put that password, copy, paste, and you need to find the right server. This is HF Markets UK Demo 2. So HF Markets UK, so you want a new server, HF Markets. Actually, if not, I take that back. If you want to, since the server is different from my old server, I need to go to long way file, open account, right? And then I need to add the server I want here. So add a new broker name, HF Markets. Let's see what's it called. HF Markets UK. I'm just going to type HF Markets UK and scan. It will come up with a list of names. Okay, it's not found that. Let's try again. HF. Let's scan HF. Okay, this is strange. Select the most suitable trading server. Okay, I think, let me see. Let me try something else and see if this is a problem. Okay, so it's coming up with other stuff. I think because I'm in the UK, so these are some other brokers. Because I'm in the UK, it is not giving me, oh, so because I have signed up to the HF Markets Europe, it's not giving me the HF Markets UK server. I need to find out from them. But if you put your server in, because when I downloaded this platform, I downloaded a HF Markets EU platform. But if you downloaded your platform as a UK platform, you just put in, it'll come up with a list of servers. You pick the one that you want, click on next, you click on existing trade account, and then you enter the information there. And then it will open you up this. Now, when you open it up for the first time, this is what it's going to look like. Let me just show you, give you an example. It's going to look like this. You're going to end up with a black screen with green. Now, I know about you, but I don't want to trade on this. Some people like it. I think this is confusing. So this is what I suggest you do if you want to make your screen look like mine. It's your choice. You can customize it how you want to play around with it, but this is what I do. First of all, right click and go to properties. 1 second, obviously somebody's trying to say something to me. Okay, excellent. Yes, let me respond to this person. Yes, so properties, color scheme. I like black and white. I think it's cleaner. I think it looks more, but that's just me personally. And then when it says come on here, I like to show the ask line. I'll explain what the ask line means. Show the ask line there. Okay, and this is what we end up with. Now these are bars. Some people like to trade with bars. I think they're not as informative as candles. So up here, you can see this here. These are the bars. This is a line graph. It plots the price as a line. This is the least useful information, in my opinion, in terms of trading, because it doesn't show you high, open, low, anything of that nature. We are candlestick traders. So we want the one in the middle here, right? Candlesticks. Bar charts is so you can do Alt on your keyboard, Alt and 1. I forgot I'm using a Mac keyboard. So what would Alt be? Anyway, on a Windows, Alt and 1 is bar, Alt and 2 is candlestick, which is what you want. Alt and 3 is line. Yeah, sometimes we use lines, but candlesticks are what you want. Black and white. Now you see this grid here. To get rid of this grid, all you need to press is Control G, and the grid comes off. If you press Control G again, the grid comes back. The grid's useful if you are tracking price movements very, very closely. I am just going to take it off. It just helps you, like for instance, there's a grid here. You can see this price here, 133095. You can track it all the way down the line. So if you're a new trader, you might want to keep it. For me, I don't want the grid there. So Control G, Control G, grid off. Secondly, you see this line here? Right now, you want to have some space on this side of your chart. It just helps you think into the future. So come up here, you see this button here where it says shift end of the chart from right border. If you click that, it moves it this way. That way you can think. I find it helps you plan for the future here. Also this one here, if I try and scroll back in my chart, you just click on the chart, you can move it forward and back, forward and back. Just hold down the cursor and forward and back. If I move it too far back and I try and do anything, it sometimes will snap all the way back to the front. If you want to snap all the way back to the front, just click on that and it'll snap it all the way back to the front. There. Scroll the chart to the end of the tick incoming. There you go. So if you want to go way back, sometimes just put that off, and then it gives you freedom to move as far back as you want. As far back as you want, as far back as the chart will show you, depending on the time frame that you are on. Right, now let's go back. Let's go to a daily chart. Let's go press this again. So it takes us back to the beginning. Now, if you hold down the cursor on the vertical scale, if you press it down, it'll bunch them closer together like that. So if you have a chart, let me give you an example of why you might want to do that. So I'm doing it all the way back now. So then hold the cursor down, and then if you move the cursor down, it squeezes it. If you move it back up, it expands it again all the way back to the maximum. So you hold your cursor, you press the button on your mouse or your laptop, press the button, and then if you move the cursor down, it squeezes. You move it up, whatever. Say, for instance, I was looking at this, right? Or let's go one step further. Let's go to a minute chart. Good. If I wanted to see more what was going on above me, actually, let's use a 4-hour chart. That's good. Let's go to an area of the chart where price is rising or falling. Okay, so here, right? Now, I can't see much further than down there. If I did this, it would bring it into a more manageable range for me. Or if it was too squeezed out, I could do the opposite if I wanted to let it feel the page. So that's when we start doing analysis, you'll see why we want to do that more and more, or one way or the other. Secondly, go back to a daily chart. Press this again. You have your time frames. It's your monthly time frame up there. So you click on that, it shows you, like we've seen already in some of our previous videos, every single candlestick represents 1 month. So this is this month. If you look, put this thing here, you're gonna get used to it a lot. This moves your cursor around. If you click on this, it brings up this interesting tool. When you put it anywhere on the chart, it tells you, if you look down at the bottom here, it tells you where you are in the date. And if you look at it here, it tells you where you are in price. Let's see, that tells you what the price is. So basically the chart is simply price against date. That's what you're trading. Price versus time. These are the two variables of trading which you should master. And so here, every single candlestick represents 1 month. So if you look all the way down there, that's the 1st of October. If you move one back, that's the 1st of November, the 1st of August, the 1st of July, the 1st of June. I'm looking down here to show you this. You see that there, the month thing is moving or changing. So that's each candlestick is 1 month. And as we saw before, open, if it's an up candlestick, it opens down there, here. So it opens down there. That's the high. Up here, that's the low. This is the open, this is the close. So when we talk about the bodies of candles moving forwards, we're talking about the space between the open and the close, ignoring the high and the low. When we talk about the wick, we're talking about the space between the high and the open or close, if it's a bearish or bullish candle. Bearish means down, bullish means up. So bulls up, bears down. On my color scheme, white is bullish, black is bearish. You can change the colors. There are 3 different sets of colors you can have. So you can mess around with that, but this is how I want it. White and black, it's just black and white, it's simple. So the wick is this line here. So here, this is the open. So the bottom wick is the space from this line here all the way up to the open, and from the from the low, all the way to the open, and from the high all the way to the close. On a bearish candle, that's a black candle, it's the exact opposite. that would be the open. Since the candle is going down, it first opens here. It goes all the way down from here to here. You can see the tiny wick at the bottom there. Let me use a candle. Okay, let's use this one. It makes it clear because that wick is too small. So it opens here. It closes here. The body. Let me draw that out for you. So it opens there and it closes there. That's the high. That's the low. Whether it's bullish or bearish, high and low is still the same. The top of the wick is the high. The bottom of the wick is the low. So we're talking about a candle. A wick of a normal candle is the thread that burns, that goes through the candle. So that's the wick. That's the top of the wick is the high. The bottom of the wick is the low. If it's a white candle or whatever color on your chart, if it's an up candle, then it opens here. This is the open. So the open in essence is the left of the candle. If it's an up candle, of course, it opens and then goes up. If it's a down candle, it opens here and then it comes down. And that's so here's the open for a bearish candle. There's the close. Open, close. For a bullish candle, the open is down there and the close is up here. Right. So what do you want to do as regards, well, this is not a trading webinar, it's just showing you how to use MetaTrader. So let's go back to a daily chart. If you want to make your chart smaller, you can zoom in or out. It's up here. Zoom in, zoom out. So if you press plus on your keyboard, it'll zoom in. If you press minus on your keyboard, it'll zoom out. And you can also do it up here. So that's, you see, it's like we're magnifying. We're going all the way back to look at a huge section, but it's very hazy. So this almost makes it like a line chart. This gives you a general direction. But if you want to see what's happening, you want to go in further, you zoom in more. So now you can see the candlestick, or you can make it bigger. And that's the biggest you can make it, or smaller. So you do that either by the controls up here, or by just pressing plus or minus on your keyboard. Right, what else do you need to know? If you press Control Y, you get period dividers. These are very important because they help you measure some things. Now, on a monthly chart, each period represents a year. So in each period, you'll count 12 candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So 12 months in a year, obviously, 12 candles. On a weekly chart, it's still a year, each divider is, but now you're going to count 52. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, take that. Well, yeah, technically 52. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. You get the point, all the way up to 52. So now I want to write this down at 4 months. It is a year for the monthly and the weekly. The period dividers delineate 1 year each. On a daily chart, it delineates a month. So you have 20 trading days in a month. I know you think there are 30 days, but the markets don't open on Fridays and Saturdays all the way to midnight Sunday in Asia. We'll look at that later. Midnight Sunday in Asia. So technically, while we have a Sunday candle in the West, because midnight in Asia is still Sunday for us here, it's really Sunday or Monday for them there. It's the start of Monday for them there. So 20 trading days in a month, 20 candles in this. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The extra two are the Sundays. You can actually see them there. Oh, the extras are the Sundays. But basically, roughly 20 trading days a month, depending on how the month shakes out. Some months, 30 days, some months, 28, some months, 31, depends on what day the month starts. But roughly 20 to 22 candles a month. And then for the 4 hour, it delineates a week. So each of these candles is 4 hours, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, roughly 30 groups of 4 hours in a week. I bet you didn't know that, but now you do. Or in a trading week, minus Friday and Saturday and the majority of Sunday. For those of you who are part of the mentorship, whatever, I'll teach you a neat trick as to what each 4 hour candle represents. It's quite interesting. When you get to understand that this is a week and each of these 4 hours represents a certain section of that week, it helps your trading immensely. For 1 hour, each period represents a day. So there's 24 here. I'm not going to count them because of time. But there's 24 of these candles in here because each of these periods delineates one day. For 30 minutes, it's also a day. For 15 minutes is also a day. For 5 minutes, it's also a day. And for 1 minute, it's also a day. So anything below 4 hours is delineated by day. And this is an example of what I mean when I talk about scrolling back. So you can see how far back you just scrolled to get to the end of this day. I don't want to have to scroll all the way back to the beginning. If I wanted to, I would just press this button here and it would take me back to the beginning. Boom. So that's that. Now, when it comes to indicators, I'm going to show you the ones that you really need to be looking for. Majority of the indicators most traders trade with, stochastics, RSI, MACDs, all those things. We're going to learn to trade naked. And I use the word naked intentionally to get your attention, naked price action. Which means, as you can see on my screen, there are no fancy indicators. Now, let me show you some of them. You go to insert here, insert at the top, indicator, and there are different types of indicators. I have my own personal ones on ones that I got from forums, learning from certain mentors through the years, and things I picked up on the internet. But if we insert indicators here, right, the most common ones are, see, trend, so EMA, or the moving average. There we go, the moving average. And then you can pick whether it's a simple or an exponential and whatever, and then that will plot the indicator on your graph. Now, some people find this useful. I'm going to teach you not to need to rely on them, but that's how you put an indicator in. Another kind, so some indicators actually show up on your chart, on the top of your chart. Some other indicators like oscillators show up at the bottom of your chart. So let's use one that I used to love until I outgrew it, stochastic oscillator. If I click on that, these are the colors I set for it myself. You will probably have it coming up in some funny shade of blue that looks disgusting. I made it the dark blue back when I used to use it. And you see that comes up at the bottom of your chart. So the indicators that are on the actual candlesticks, there's some indicators that are at the bottom. And this, if you notice, is pretty much tracking the ebb and flow up and down of the price. So it's attempting to show you the trend or the direction of the price. Again, it will mess you up if you don't know what you're doing with it. And even if you know what you're doing with it, it's very limited now that I'm an experienced trader. But at least you know how to set it up there. You can work out the difference between the top of your screen and the bottom of your screen by hovering your cursor there till you see that sign, and then you drag it up and down. That changes the border. Up, down, up, down. There are times, usually on a monthly or at best a weekly, I will use some of these indicators just to show something, to confirm something. And so then it'll be like this at the bottom here. But for the most part, you don't need them. If you click on Control-I on your keyboard, Control-I, it comes up with a list of all the indicators currently on. You can edit them. So if I click on moving average, I can edit it, change the parameters, or I can just simply delete it. and that will take the moving average away. And again, I want to take off the stochastic, Control I, stochastic, delete. I don't want it. The only indicators I use in 99.99999% of my trading are indicators that are horizontal lines. What is a horizontal line? A price level. Simple. Now, where lines are concerned, up here, you can draw a vertical line. See that there? Vertical line. Click on that. You drop it anywhere in the chart. It automatically goes from top to bottom. Vertical lines are useful for marking out time. So if I want to figure out what happens or is going to happen at a certain point in the day or the month or whatever, I move this line back and forth. It helps me figure out, okay, this is the day. This candle represents that day. Or, as I'm going to show you moving forwards, some of the ways we trade require you to look back a certain amount of time in the past to see what price was doing. So you see this high here, if I put that there, it tells me that was the 30th of April. If I then put this up here, from there to here, you see that thing I showed you before? It has three different numbers attached to it. The first number talks about the time period. So if I move this back and forth, back, forward, you see here it says 50, 54, 52. This figures there. That's the number of periods of candlesticks. So here, let me show this to you again. Put this here. So here, right? We're going from the 30th of April. That's 1 day, 2 days. Can you see that's changing? 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, all the way up to 29, 45, 67, 73, 100. So right now we are 127 days away from this red line. If I go down, you see that the number of days is the same as long as I don't move it forwards, but another number is shifting. That second number is the number of pips from the point, from the horizontal line. And whatever number you see there, divide by 10. So that's not 2,368, that's 236.8. And all the way down, I can get up to 8,923, 94, whatever, 11,063. If I go back up to where the line is, it just says 0. So as we looked at in the videos I sent you to begin with, the beginner videos, pips are the measurement in which price is counted. A pip is the fourth decimal or the fourth number from the decimal of a currency pair, except for a pair with the Japanese yen inside it. If you have a Japanese yen pair, I'll talk to you about templates another day, but I already have my own templates ready to go. So if you are using a Japanese yen pair, it is the second decimal from the pair. That's all you need to know. So anything that has JPY or J inside of it, it's the second digit after the decimal point. That's a pip. Anything else, let's go back to where we were. Where were we? What chart was I on? Okay, it was this one. Anything else, it's the fourth digit from the decimal point. And so the final thing that this thing shows you is the price. So if you look at this, so this says that I am 51 days because it's a weeks actually, because it's a weekly chart. So I'm 51 candles from the origin. That's in time. Time is the horizontal, is this thing here. It also says that I am here 151.7 pips away from the origin because I'm going up and down, and it tells you what the price is. So if I wanted to find out where Friday's price was from the 30th of April, I'd go here. Actually, let's take this away because we don't need that now. Now that I know where Friday is. So that's Friday's high, or that's the high of that day. If I go from there to here, it tells me that from high to high, 127 weeks, because this is a weekly chart, 460 pips difference and the new price is 1.3395, where the old price is here because I drew it from there. So that's the old price. That's the price up here. It draws a straight line. It tells me immediately where I am in time, where I am in price, and anywhere else on the chart I draw this to. Tells me how many periods or candles I am away from the origin, how many pips I am away from the origin, and what the new price at that point is. Someone just asked a question, is there insurance on the live account? Yes and no. I will discuss that moving forwards. There's an insurance, the FCA, which is why I like to use brokers registered in the UK. The FCA, or the regulatory body of whatever country your broker is registered in, usually will refund a certain amount of money if your broker goes bust. That's if your broker goes bust, meaning something happens you can't control, your broker goes bust, or there's a move in the markets that wipes your broker out or wipes your account out when you were not in a trade. If you were in a trade and the trade just went against you, your money is gone. You can't ask for your money back because you made a decision to trade that was uninformed. You lose money, you lose money. And that's the way it goes. So I've shown you how to load indicators. These are the ones that come with the MetaTrader, and then the custom ones are the ones that you can design yourself. Again, I have several from several different mentors and a couple that I actually designed myself. Right, so what else do I want to show you? Yes, shapes. See here it says insert. You click on insert, shapes, rectangles, triangle, ellipses. You see me do this a lot. A rectangle is my way of delineating a certain price range. So I can leave that on my chart, and if I go down to a bigger or smaller time level, it's still there. It helps me. Now this is an example of why you might want to scrunch, because see here, this is on a week, but it's, if I go to a day, you can't see it because it's too far above me. If I do that trick I showed you, where I do this, now you can see it. So that's that level, and I can leave that there, and I wait for price to get to that level at some point, and then I will do something when it gets there. If it gets there, it could take weeks or months, sometimes years to get there, depending on how far away you are. So that's that. Also with the, you can draw a horizontal line, delineates a nice price level. So it tells me, so this, for instance, this line I've dropped says that this is 13583.7 price. So again, I can put that there and wait for price to get to it or show me where price is. I can draw a line out myself. I click on this one, this horizontal line here. It's a trend line. You click from one place and you draw it out to where you want it to go. So now when you start MT4, it will be set to be a ray, which means it goes on indefinitely. So let me delete that. If you right click on anything, like for instance, you double click on it till you see this little squares, you right click on it, you can adjust the properties or delete it. I'm going to delete this one. I'm also going to delete this one. So let's start again. Trend line. When you start out, this is what it will do. It will just draw it out in perpetuity for you. That's not very useful in my opinion, majority of the time. So you double click on it till you see this little things here showing up. You right click on one of them, go to object or trend line properties, sorry. Take the ray out. That means it starts and stops where you want it to go. And then if it's like that, I can't do anything with it. If I double click on it and these three things come out, if I click the middle one, I can move it up and down. If I click the one on either side and hold it down, I can move it around. And again, as you move the line around, you see that it tells you how many periods you're going back and forth and how many pips up and down from the origin it's going. So you can make the line straight. You can make it like some people teach you to do. You can draw a trend line. I will show you, if I am your training teacher, mentor, whatever you want to call me, that any line that is not horizontal on your chart, you can't trust. The only lines I like to put are horizontal lines because they delineate or they show me a price level. And I have learned that price is the most valuable indicator you need. Why? It's there for a reason. It's telling you a story about why it got to that level or what it did at that level that you can carry on moving or you can use in the future. And so there you have it. I am going to end this MT4 tutorial here. It's been just about an hour roughly, maybe an hour and 5 minutes. I think that's enough to digest. Go back over it over and over again. Welcome to the world of financial markets. All the best with your trading future. Bye-bye.